All right, what is up, guys? Welcome back. It's Valentine's Day, and our ladies are ready for some 1-1 no-limit hold'em action. That is Lauren right there in the one seat that you're getting a good look at, having a mimosa there. And she is the fearless leader and host of this event, the owner of Poker Social, who is sponsoring and hosting this event in collaboration with PH Social here on Regal Row in Dallas, Texas. And I want to give a special shout out to all of our ladies that are here for Valentine's Day. It is Valentine's Day, February 14th. So happy Valentine's Day to all of our viewers out there. And thank you for joining us. Got a special one here for you guys today. We've got a lot of ladies that made the drive up from Houston in the rain to be here with us today, and we appreciate that. And our action is off and running immediately. And it's going to be Della Ray taking a stab here with the Jack High flush. But she is going to be betting into Crystal, who's got the stone cold nuts. Well, excuse me, there are two straight flushes available, but she has the ace of diamonds, giving her the traditional nut flush. And she does bump it up to 20, and Della Ray able to get away from the jack of diamonds there. Very impressive. Tough to make a jack high flush in the first hand of the evening and then have to fold it, so good fold for her. Let's check out our chip counts here, guys. We are going to have a full game. Right now we're starting 7-handed. We got a couple of ladies still on the way. And again, this is Valentine's Day, a special event hosted in collaboration between PH Social and Poker Social. Poker Social is a up-and-coming brand that draws women from business and introduces them into the poker world, where there are so many networking opportunities to help grow their business. And we appreciate them collabing with us today, putting this event on, and we actually have multiple tables here. Only one on the stream, obviously, but we have another full game out on the floor, and I think we've got more ladies on the way, so I think that there is a good chance we're going to have a 3-table event today of all lady poker players. And that's a lot of fun, because here at PH Social, we are trying to invite more ladies into the game. We do have our Thursday nights with Mari, where she plays ladies only event. Host a ladies only event, and does play in it herself as well. And Rhonda with the goods here. She's going to bet $6 on the river with the overfull. Tina going to call. And Lauren going to come along as well with a 9. And they're going to get the bad news. Rhonda flips over the full house. Good enough to take down a sizable pot there. And we are off and running this afternoon. We had a 1 p.m. gathering time and about a 2 p.m. start time on the stream here. Not exactly sure how long we're going to be going. Probably 3 to 4 hours. And again, we are going to have a full table. We got that 2 and 3 seats still open for a couple of ladies that have reserved them and are on the way. There's our starting chip counts, guys, with a little bit of movement so far. Lauren buying in for the full $200. We are playing 1-1 here. It's a $200 cap, and we run this 1-1 game daily here at PH Social. If you're looking for some affordable, low-stakes poker action, this is the place for you. I believe last night at one point we had 3 1-1 Hold'em games and a 1-1 round of each. That's a round of PLO and a round of No Limit Hold'em with a bomb pot on the dealer change. And I gotta say, personally, that's creeping in on my favorite game structure. I would say No Limit Hold'em with a hand of PLO each orbit and then a bomb pot on the dealer change. Probably my favorite. These ladies here tonight are just playing 1-1 Hold'em, and we'll see if they do a bomb pot on the dealer change. We've got a couple of unfamiliar faces. I'm not sure if these ladies are going to feel comfortable playing bomb pots or not, so we'll just have to see what they want to do. But it is pretty typical that they play a bomb pot on the dealer change here on the stream. So we'll see about that. And it looks like Madi is actually joining us. We mentioned her just a minute ago. She hosts our Thursday night ladies stream. And that is her in the 2-seat. And she's a lot of fun, a lot of great action. And she usually has her famous poker cup with her that's got all of the suits of the cards on the side of the cup. It's a very cool looking cup, and she usually has something delicious inside of it, which makes the game a lot of fun. I know they do have free mimosas out there today. You can see a couple of cups there in the background. And Marichu going to take this one down with a pair of jacks. $50 in the middle, and Jerry had the best starting hand there. Had Marichu dominated, but was outdrawn on the flop. And there's Marichu joining the action and immediately taking the lead on the chip counts. She was in for 200, and it looks like she profited $35 in that hand. Appreciate all of you guys that are trickling in here. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for us. We would definitely appreciate it. Only takes a second and goes a long way to help the channel and help the room. Got a little 6-way limped pot here. And it's Tina that's going to flop the goods. Trip 9s. And some backdoor draws to go with it. This is a situation where you're hoping somebody has a king, but not this time. Not a whole lot of anything going for anyone else. Marichu thinking about making a light $5 call. And she does. Gives her a little action. Tina trying to get $5 more out of her here on the river. Kind of an annoying river card. She loses to any king. But fortunately for her, the 9 is good. She takes down a modest pot. Probably going to be a very friendly game today, guys. We are playing ladies only poker for Valentine's Day. And our ladies only live streams tend to be very friendly. A lot of limping, a lot of small raises and flat calling, and maybe most importantly, a lot of multi-way pots. And right here we see we got a 7-way flop. Marichu flopping a jack. Leads out for a couple of dollars, but does get raised by Jerry. Also a top pair, but with a dominated kicker. And Marichu going to hang around. And you can see as these hands fold out that the percentages start to change. And as players fold, that equity gets accumulated amongst the other players. And here on the turn, Tina actually takes a commanding lead. She stayed there in the flop for $10 and then turns 2 pair. It's a very dynamic turn card, actually. It gave Jerry the flush draw, gave Marichu a straight draw, and now the river is an ace. It is a brick for these particular hands, but could be a little scary. So it leads to only a $5 bet, which is probably the best play if she could see her opponent's cards, as they did both have kind of a weak jack. And she does get $10 extra of value there on the river. Good bet and a nice scoop right there. Always a good feeling whenever you turn 2 pair. Especially when you weren't sure where you were at on the flop. And then all of a sudden you go from feeling like you're not sure if you've got the best hand to thinking about value betting. Another friendly multi-way limped pot here. Marichu getting active early. Makes 2nd pair. Leads out into the field and gets 1 caller from Jerry. A little bit of a loose call there. Just calling with some backdoor draws and an overcard. Turn is check, check. And Marichu does make it to showdown with the best hand. Or excuse me, makes it to the river with the best hand. And then check, check on the river. Does get her to showdown. See Marichu enjoying a brunch bite there. Thanks to Lauren for bringing an awesome spread of different snack items for the ladies, as well as free mimosas. Looks like Liz wore her favorite poker shirt. Looks like it says always lucky. Has the 4 queens on there. So Della Ray with the mystery hand here. She's going to be bumping it up in the big blind. Generally speaking, you get 3 or 4 limpers and then a raise from the big blind. It's going to be a fairly strong range of hands. Very bricky flop. Delaray checks. I think I would expect her to continue betting with pretty much all of her overpairs. And the fact that she did not bet leads us to thinking that she's much more likely to have an ace-x hand. So this ace plays very much in her favor. And she does choose to represent it. It's a small bet. But no one has much of anything, and the $3 into 25 is good enough to get folds. And Delaray takes down a nice little pot. I want to say thanks to those of you that are joining us here on Valentine's Day. I know there's a lot of different ways you could be spending your time, and you're here with us, and we appreciate that. Got a lot of ladies out there on the floor tonight. 9 players on our live stream here, and then they do have another full table going out on the floor. You can see that tablecloth in the background. That's actually the setup with all of the snacks and a nice photo booth opportunity. And there next to that snack booth, they do have another full game of ladies. And I'm pretty sure they said that there's more on the way, so we might have 3 full games. And if you or a lady friend is interested in coming up here for Valentine's Day, it is not too late. Okay, guys. Pot brewing here. As Marichu has flopped top set. And Rhonda has the case ace. Tina also in there with a mystery hand. This pot's up to $34, and Marichu comes with 10 on the turn. Yeah, Rhonda's not going to go anywhere with that pair of aces. But it looks like Tina decided to get out of the way. And now we go to a very, very inconspicuous looking 6 on the river that could end up getting Rhonda in a little bit of trouble. See if she chooses to pay off one more bet here. $15 from Marichu. Rhonda getting a great price. She does make the call. And Marichu shows her the goods. Rhonda shows her the ace and then throws it in the muck. And here are our pre-flop raise percentages early on to get us started. This game's a little bit more active and aggressive than our normal ladies' night stream. We see a couple of pre-flop raise percentages up over 30% there. Typically speaking, when we're playing ladies' night, you see a lot of VPIPs up in the 60% range and pre-flop raising down in the 15% range. Which means that the game is good. A lot of multi-way pots, which usually makes for a very good action poker game where multiple hands can get a big piece of the flop and then go to war. Welcome to those of you that are here with us. Hit us in the chat box. Where's all of my homies looking for Napalm, George Bush? Where's all of our ladies giving us a shout out here for Valentine's Day? What are you guys doing for Valentine's tonight? Taking your lover out or going out looking for love? Or just sitting at home and playing video games and crying by yourself? What's the move? A lot of action happening here. But Jerry is all in for $6, and I believe she is going to get 5 callers. Yep, so we are taking a 6-way flop here. Jerry with an opportunity to sextuple her money. We don't know what Marichu has. No one else has an ace, so Jerry's still drawing live to a jack. But pretty thin. And the river actually gives Tina the goods. The nut straight. And Della Ray actually makes 2 pairs, so could we possibly see... Okay, we do see a bet for 6 and then a raise to 15 by the 2 pair. And then Tina with a very friendly just call. She does have the nuts. She flips it over and she's going to win herself an $80 pot. Pretty big one. And unfortunately for Jerry, the Jack 7 not going to do it. And that is going to clean her out. So we'll see if she's back in a second. She left her jacket there, so I'm assuming she's going for a reload. Looks like I can see her feet up there in the top corner of the screen. So it looks like maybe she's going for a little snack first. And then maybe back with a reload. I see you guys trickling in. Appreciate you being here. Somebody hit me in the chat box. Let me know what's going on today. It is Valentine's. Do you have plans? And if you don't, then why are you not at PH Social getting in on the action here? The room is growing, guys. Last night we hosted a $2,000 tournament for Adam's birthday and had an amazing turnout. $2,000 guarantee, and we hit almost $3,000 in the prize pool. Had the entire room full. A lot of energy in the room. I believe we had 5 cash games and 6 tournament tables going. So pretty exciting stuff. The room is growing. Word is spreading. PH Social is the place to play, especially for low to moderate stakes. I know it's fun to watch people play for tens of thousands of dollars on the internet, but who are we kidding? When you're actually going to play some cards, you want to be able to afford it. You want to be able to have a good time and not be scared that you're going to lose your rent money. And PH is the place for that. We got a 1-1 game with a $40 minimum buy-in. Let's actually check out this action here. It is Rhonda picking up the kings. And this does appear to be some kind of splash pot. I'm not sure what they're splashing there. Denise with top pair and a flush draw. Beautiful looking hand. But she is... Actually, she is ahead a little bit there. 53-47. I was going to say she is flipping, but slight edge. Turn is a bad card for her. It does take away her 2 pair outs. Those 3 5s that could have helped her improve are now gone. So she's going to need to see a 10 or a heart on the river. And there's $82 in the middle already. And Rhonda with the pocket kings. And only about 30. It looks like she's got about $40 behind. Denise bets 20. And let's see if Rhonda wants to play for it all right here. Or possibly just call. She's thinking through her options. She's probably a little bit nervous about that 4. Whenever you get multi-way action pre-flop, you never know what someone might be holding. We see Denise has 10-5 here. She could just as easily have a hand like 7-4, Ace-4. She did bet on the flop, so that might reduce her chances of having just a naked 4. But still a little bit scary. And Rhonda. Oh, she hates to see that. Denise shows her. I think Denise thinks she's being friendly there to show her, hey, I had top pair and a flush draw, so good fold. But Rhonda, I mean, I couldn't hear the speech play there. Maybe you guys out in the chat world could hear it, but whatever went down there, Rhonda ends up making the hero fold on the turn. Trying to salvage her last $40, but instead throws away the best hand, and you see her shaking her head in disbelief. I think she just thought Denise wouldn't bet again with only a 10, and she might have been right there. Denise did have the flush draw to go with her 10. So a little bit of a tricky hand to try and calculate against. But kings into the muck. Ooh, tough fold. She's probably going to be thinking about that one for a little while. And Denise, who was loving her hand, now got to be feeling pretty lucky to get a fold from 2 kings. While we're waiting for this next hand to develop, just want to give a quick shout out for our Monday night President's Day tournament that's coming up here day after tomorrow. That's February 16th. Starts at 6 p.m. compared to our normal 7 p.m. start times. Starting this one a little bit early because we're expecting a big turnout. And we want to have plenty of time for the play to develop and not keep you guys here all night. That's an $80 buy-in with a $40 optional add-on. It's a one-time add-on. And looks like Lauren is back to the table with some goodies, as well as Heather, a.k.a. Rogue, who plays on the stream sometimes and helps us run the room here. Does a great job. We appreciate her and her energy very much. And looks like the ladies are passing out drinks of some kind. Normally when I see those styrofoam cups at ladies' night, it means shots all around. I think this last week they were taking tequila shots. Thanks to Cameron, who brought tequila for all the ladies. Not sure what they're shooting today, but looks like it is about time to get the party started. Again, guys, welcome to everyone that's joining us here for Valentine's Day, an all-ladies event. This is a collaboration between PH Social and Poker Social. Spelled with an H-E-R, P-O-K-H-E-R, Poker. An initiative to get more ladies involved in the game. And there is my fine lady there in the background handing out drinks. And there you can see that logo on the cup, Poker Social. That is my sweet girl, Christy, who is helping to run the event a little bit, passing out drinks, helping do some filming. And she is actually playing on the other table that is out on the floor. Special happy Valentine's Day to you, baby. I appreciate and love you very much. And here we go, ladies. Shots all around. Let's get this party started. I always love watching people as they take their shots and just seeing the facial reactions. Because I know when I'm taking a shot, you act all tough, but inside you're just screaming, just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing to myself? And then I always wonder, is everyone experiencing that, or are people actually that calm and cool where they can just take a shot of whiskey or tequila or whatever it is and not think twice? Or is everybody faking it? It's a conspiracy. A little 7-way limped pot here. A couple of mystery hands in there from Lauren and Marichu. Pot developing a little bit here. A couple of mystery hands. Still in the mix, and Rhonda with top pair. But it is Lauren that's going to come out and bet. Looks like $8 into a pot of about 30. One of our mystery hands is out of there. Rhonda calls, and Liz going to dip out. Nine of hearts on the river. Interesting card. Brings in the straight and the flush. I believe Liz had the queen jack, so she's going to be disappointed to see that card. And Lauren going to bet 18 and take it down. Kind of a quick fold there. Probably a good fold. Got to think that if Lauren is coming multiple streets there, turn and river, she's probably got a little something going on. And when she is not slowed down at all by that straightening flushing card, I got to think a 10's no good as well. Probably a good fold on that one. It is Lauren bumping it up here with the ace-queen. Lauren, a very active player. Always nice when you're an active, aggressive player and then you pick up an actual hand. You know you're going to get some action. And we do go 4 ways to the flop here. And it's going to be Crystal flopping the best of it. Top pair. Marichu's still got to be thinking her 7s look pretty good as well. And she does have a backdoor straight draw to go with them. Lauren going to c-bet. And Tina in there as well now that she's getting a great price. So we're taking a turn card, and Crystal improves on what was already the best hand. And she's going to bet 15. Lauren, who picks up a gut shot and still has that over card, going to come along. Marichu going to come along as well. Tina going to dip out here, and we're going to go 3 ways to the river. It is an inconsequential 10. And Crystal's king is going to be best. And it looks like it's just going to check around here. Marichu going to hope her 7s are good. Lauren going to give up. And pair of kings takes it down. Okay, guys, and I've actually been informed that this splash pot right here is a Pure Envy Petal Pleasure Rose. So this is a nice little toy for the ladies. Something a little sexy for Valentine's Day, perhaps. And we're going to see who wants to fight for it. As you can see that box right there in the bottom of the screen. This is a splash pot. And let's see who wants a new toy. We got a 9-way limp pot going, so everybody going to have a swing at this one on the flop. And it's going to be Marichu flopping 2 pair here. She does have some competition. Crystal with top pair. It's actually going to be Delaray that leads out into the field with the ace-queen suited. Just a couple of overcards and a backdoor straight draw. And Liz has a mystery hand. Marichu chooses to just call with the 2 pair. Thought she might come in with a raise here, but she's going to take a little bit of a risk by allowing several players to see this turn card. Turns a 7. And for all we know, Marichu still has the best hand, but Liz still with a mystery hand. She's going to come out and bet $15 here. There are some straights available. 9-10, the open ender on the flop would have just improved to a straight. The pair of jacks going to get out of the way. Great fold right there, especially with a gut shot. Excuse me, with an open ender. And it's check from Liz on the river. Marichu still with the 2 pair. Got to think that 2 pairs probably good here. If Liz is willing to check the river, she only had 35 left into about 75. Looks like she does call for 15. Marichu going to table the hand and look to see is she good. And she is. Not sure what Liz had there, but she did make the call. And Marichu going to scoop a big one. Not only is she going to win a nice pot right there, over $100 in the middle, she is also going to take down that rose toy. I know that's a popular one. A lady's best friend, so I've been told. And a nice little pot from her right there. Congratulations to Marichu taking down the first splash pot of the night. 2 pair holds up. I was a little worried when I saw her just call on the flop that she was going to allow someone to catch up and beat her, but 2 pair navigates all the way to showdown, takes down a nice pot and the splash pot. I'm sure she'll be happy about that. It's going to be a good Valentine's Day. Welcome to those of you that are trickling in. Waiting for some comments here, guys. Somebody drop a comment on me. What have you guys got going on for Valentine's Day? Oh, and there's a good look at the rose right there. And it put a big smile on Marichu's face. No surprise there. I'm sure that's not the first face that particular toy has put a smile on. Take a 5-way flop this time, limped around. Very friendly pre-flop action. Everybody wanting to see some cards. It's only $1 to see 3 cards here at PH Social. We play a daily 1-1 game. And recently we've been playing both No Limit Hold'em and Pot Limit Omaha. Getting the 1-1 going. Trying to build up those player pools, guys. So if you want to play some low stakes Hold'em or some low stakes Omaha, this is the place to do it. The 1-1 Hold'em game is a $40 minimum buy-in. So eligible for just about anyone. It's a $200 maximum. And a lot of our players love to come up here at noon and play our daily free roll tournaments. You can play absolutely for free as long as you have a membership to the room. Memberships are $10 by the day or $30 by the month. So you could pay $30 and then theoretically come play the free roll every single day and get a free 3,000 chip starting stack. And for only $30, that would gain you entry into more than 40 tournaments for the month if you wanted to play the noon events and the 7 p.m. events. Play for free every single event. And I would say you're almost guaranteed by the time you play all of those events to have at least one cash. So for $30, I mean, the minimum cash is usually around $100 for that tournament. So even just one minimum cash would mean that you had more than tripled your investment. So great opportunity there. And if you'd like to start with a full starting stack, which would multiply your chances of winning, then it's only $15 to pay a dealer toke that'll earn you an extra 12,000 starting chips. So that would put you at a 15,000 starting stack in total, because you get the 3,000 for free. You get an extra 12,000 for the $15. And then on top of that, if you register on time, you'll get an extra 5,000 chips. So that's a 20K starting stack for only 15 bucks. That goes every single day at noon, and the prize pool is guaranteed to be at least $1,000 for every single event. So that means our first place is usually around 400 bucks, and then the prizes go down from there, 300, 200, 100. Depends how many players we get and how big the prize pool is, but pretty common to see about 400 up top. And that means if you just had one victory throughout the entire month, it would easily pay for all of your entry fees. And you would also be having a great time at the same time. So hard to beat that deal. A lot of our players love to come in and play that free roll every single afternoon. And then we also have another deal on top of it that if you play the free roll, pay the $15 toke, then you get buy one, get one free for an hour of cash game time. And cash game time is normally $12 an hour. But for those first 2 hours, if you play the free roll, then you're going to get it at $6 an hour. So let's add up our math here. If you play the $15 free roll and then play cash, you're going to get probably a couple of hours worth of playtime in the free roll, and then you get 2 hours worth of playtime in the cash games. And it's going to be all of that for about $27, something like that, under 30 bucks. And that's a great deal, guys. That's a lot of fun and gives you a whole afternoon of play. And to buy in for the actual cash games, like I mentioned, it's only a $40 minimum. And none of that money comes off of the table. We do not pull an RAKE here at PH Social. We keep it legal, keep it friendly. So that means all of that $40 is going to be circulating around the table, and you're going to have a chance to get more than your fair share back out of it. So, yep, if you're wanting to play affordable poker, this is the place to do it. Fastest growing room in the DFW Metroplex, got to be. We are growing pretty quickly here. Just last night, we had almost the entire room full for a Friday night $2,000 guarantee free roll. I think we had about 60 players going at the same time in that thing, as well as several cash games. Ended up making it to 5 cash games last night. And we'll get back into the action here. Tina limps in for $1, and then Jerry's going to come with about the biggest raise that we've seen so far. And it's going to be a little bit too big. She's probably going to be a little disappointed. I think I could kind of see the look on her face there. A little bit of disappointment that she got no action. She shows the cards. Oh. Okay, guys. So it looks like actually she did get some action there. So even more frustrating than taking down the blinds. I think we had a little graphics glitch there. And it looked like perhaps the 8 seat was having that money pushed their way. So ace king, no good. And that one deserves a little sip of mimosa. Got Alex in the box dealing here. One of our great dealers here at PH Social. I can hear the ladies out there having a good time. It looks like more drinks are coming around. We are on a 15-minute delay here, guys. So anytime I hear something happening out on the floor, I know I've got a T-minus 15-minute countdown until I get to see what actually happens on the camera. Because especially for our Thursday night ladies game where they get pretty rowdy, you can hear a lot of outbursts out there. Madi gets very excited about the poker game, and especially when she's having a couple of drinks. These girls like to have a good time. It turns into a party on the floor, which personally I love. I think poker should be more like a party. Everybody having fun and socializing and, let's say, present and active with the game. Poker these days has turned a lot into people sitting on their cell phones or listening to music. And it's not really a socializing thing anymore. It's more of a sharky environment. So I love it when people are bringing the fun back into poker. And these ladies are helping lead the charge. When you see cups like that, full of mimosa like that, then you know it's going to be a good afternoon. Where's my chat at, guys? Somebody hit me in the chat box here. We got 7 viewers. We appreciate y'all joining us. But let's get interactive. What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? Somebody let me know. And if you don't have a good answer, then the answer needs to be, I'm coming to play poker at PH Social. We already have some cash games going out there. And had our noon tournament today. We got another tournament coming tonight at 7 p.m. $1,000 guaranteed to be in the prize pool. $60 in the pot here, and Denise makes it to the river with nothing. Delaray's got a mystery hand, so let's see if Denise has an inkling to go for a bluff. It looks like she does. She bets $15, and Delaray going to stare it down. She's thinking hard about this one. And does end up letting it go, and Denise gets one through. Nice little bluff right there, about 15 into 60. And there's some updated chip counts. Marichu with the lead right now, and that victory for Denise is going to vault her into second place. This is a $200 maximum buy-in game and a $40 minimum. We've got a couple of ladies nursing a short stack. And it looks like that might be us on the phone right there. If you're still watching, Rhonda, hello from the booth. Thank you for coming to Ladies Valentine's Day here at PH Social. And there's another tray. And those styrofoam cups usually spell shots all around. Jerry back at it with the ace jack. Gonna bump it up to $6. Delaray gonna flat in the 8C, and then Liz picking up the pocket nines. Perfect hand to go all in for 24 here. This is a pretty sweet spot for her, actually, because your raise is small enough that you're still very, very likely to get some action from weaker hands, but large enough that you might get some folds from the players behind you and be able to isolate this one down to just 2 or 3 of you. Pocket nine starts to struggle a little bit once you get 4 or 5 players in there. Becomes a little bit more important to try and hit a set, as it is hard to get to showdown with a pair of nines as the best hand in a 5-6-way pot. But heads up, maybe 3 of you, you're feeling okay. Unfortunately, everything that I said just goes right out the window as Marichu comes in Oh, does she? Sorry, I saw the graphic up there. I thought it said she had called. It looks like she's still thinking about calling. She does call. There we go. So Marichu in there with the queen 5 offsuit. And that's going to start a cascade, as Rhonda's going to go ahead and rip it in as well with the 9-7 suited. Tina going to call with a mystery hand. And Jerry definitely going to have to call, getting a price with that ace-5. And that entices Delaray to go all in as well. So, guys, we've got a 3-way all-in right here with 3 other players who cover them also calling. So we're 6-way action here with $170 in the middle. This is a big pot. Big flop coming here. Marichu shows off the nails. Queen Jack 7. So Marichu does flop top pair. Jerry with second pair with the ace jack. You got to be thinking ace jack's not bad. But Marichu having a queen does actually put Jerry in a world of hurt. She goes ahead and leads out for, it looked like about $15. I actually like that play a lot to try and clear the field. Oh, $10. She bets $10. I like that play a lot to try and clear the field a little bit. Maybe get some king high and ace high hands to just fold. Or some gut shots or backdoor draws, that kind of thing. And the queen on the turn means Marichu's probably not going anywhere this hand. So any more money that goes in here from Jerry is bad news for her. We don't know what Tina has, but I got to guess that she's in bad shape as well, unless she also has a queen. But it's Jerry who's going to continue betting the strength of her ace-jack. Just hoping that nobody has a queen. And I'm wondering if Jerry also might be feeling a little bit frustrated. She's had a couple of hands go against her early here. She already had to rebuy and then got her ace-king beat. And now we've got a 5-way pot, guys, with 4 players all in. The river is a brick. All hands are revealed, and it's Marichu with the trip queens. We see the ace-jack flip over, and down in the bottom left-hand corner there is the queen. And Marichu going to scoop a $288 pot. Jerry with a very enthusiastic table tap. That probably says, congratulations, but I'm not too happy about it. And boom, just like that, guys, Marichu is going to knock out 4 players at once. And for the moment, we are going to be 5-handed. I'm expecting to see some reloads and or some new players fill those seats. And Marichu is now going to be sitting on a big, juicy stack, dominating the table. I believe she's played every hand so far as well. I'm sure we'll get a VPIP update here in a minute. And if you're not familiar with the term VPIP, that's VPIP, and it stands for voluntarily put money in the pot, or voluntarily put in pot. And that essentially just means the percentage of the time that the person entered the hand voluntarily in any capacity. So the only time you would enter the hand not voluntarily would mean that you had to post the big blind or the small blind. So for every other player who limps in, raises, or calls someone else's raise, they are adding to their VPIP. And a normal VPIP, if you were to look at just an average cash game out at the floor, is probably going to be around 30 to 35%, would be my guess. But here for Valentine's Day and for our normal Ladies Night live streams, we're often looking at every single VPIP on the table being over 50%, which is usually an indication of a very friendly game and also a very action-heavy game. because that means every single pot is going to have 3, 4, 5, 6 players in it. A lot of limping, a lot of calling, a lot of loose multi-way pots, and that's usually what creates a really good poker game. Because whenever you hit a good hand, there's multiple other hands that also have a chance to hit a second best hand. You know, if there's only 2 players in the pot, and let's say you have a hand like ace king, and then the board comes down king, 7, 5, and it's just you and one other player, well, you're praying for them to have a hand like king queen or king jack so that you can actually win some money off of them. But what ends up happening most of the time is that one player has something and the other player has pretty much nothing. So you end up winning a small pot. But as you add a third player, a fourth player, a fifth player into that pot, you end up creating more opportunities for someone to have a second best hand, like a king queen, a king jack, or a straight draw, a flush draw, pocket eights, pocket nine, something like that. So that you have more opportunities to get paid whenever you do hit a big hand. So when you're looking for a poker game, I know people like to complain a lot whenever they're playing against players who play any 2 cards. And they say, what the heck, man? I should have won that hand. What the heck is that guy doing playing 7-5 offsuit? And yes, that can be frustrating. But in reality, that's the best thing that could be happening to you. Because if that guy's willing to play 7-5 offsuit, it also means that he's willing to play a lot of second best hands. So more often than not, if you're playing the strong starting cards and they're playing the weaker ones, then you're going to end up winning and end up catching them in a situation where they make a pretty good hand, but one that's not quite as good as yours. And our ladies' games here generally do provide that awesome multi-way action so that we can see some big pots develop. And that makes it a lot of fun for the stream, and I'm sure it makes it a lot of fun for the ladies because, you know, you're hoping like, okay, I just saw the flop again. If I hit it big, am I going to win a big pot? And you do want that to actually come to fruition when you hit it big. If you make 2 pair, if you make trips like Marichu just did, then you want to see that $200 pot coming your way. So we did get multiple rebuys here. And I'm pretty sure we are back to a full game. You can see Marichu showing off her splash pot right there in front of her, that Pure Envy Rose toy. I know that's a popular one. Little 6-way pot here with a couple of friendly bets, 1 on the flop and 2 on the turn. And it's actually Lauren with the best of it. And the river's a deuce, giving Denise a very sneaky trips. Turned and rivered trips. And Marichu going to bet out for 5, and Denise going to make the min raise. Several folds. Marichu calls, and Denise shows her the deuce. A sneaky little turned and rivered trips. That's fun. How often does that happen? You brick the flop. Make a light float, although it was only $1 to call. Turn bottom pair, and you're thinking, man, is my hand worth anything here? But now I've got to draw to 2 pair and trips, and it's only $2, so she comes along again. And then bang, another deuce on the river. And all of a sudden, you went from last to first. That always feels good. Got a little bit of a slow developing pot here. Limped around pre-flop. Checked around on the flop, and then $5 on the turn. It's actually Tina that's got the best of it here with a pair of 8s. And checks on the river, and she's going to take down a small one. And there's that chip count. It's Marichu with a $380 stack. So almost a full double up for her. She's off to a hot start. Looks like Denise is putting stickers on the cups, getting them all logoed up. That's a great time to shout out Poker Social. The creation of Lauren there in the 1 seat and Denise there in the 3 seat. Those ladies are helping to host this event here today for Valentine today, a ladies only poker event in collaboration with PH Social. And streamed here on PH Social Live. You can check us out on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at PH Social Dallas. We are located on Regal Row here in Dallas and offer daily tournaments and cash games. We got a tournament every single day, twice a day. Every day at noon and just about every day at 7 p.m. Occasionally, we will start a little bit earlier in the evening just so we have more playtime. But just about every day, we have a noon and 7 p.m. event. You can check that out on Poker Atlas, where you can look at all of the details for those tournaments. It is a noon free roll daily with a $1,000 guarantee. And back to the action here. Della Ray does have the 4 to give her the full house. Crystal was hanging around with the king of clubs. But she's going to get out of there, and Delaray going to take down a nice pot relative to her stack. You see, she's only got $75, and there was 37 in that pot, so worth almost a full double up to her. Welcome to those of you that are joining us here. Somebody hit me in the chat box. Normally our chat is popping off for ladies' night. Been slow today. Where are my favorite chat bots at? Who are you cheering for in this game? Looks like Madi did not bring her famous poker cup. She's going in theme today for Valentine's Day with the pretty red goblet for the mimosas. Provided by Poker Social and Her Story. Play on words for history, I believe. Owned by Lauren there in the one seat. They are hosting this event. And did provide the mimosas and brunch bites. And that is in cooperation with the Dream Design Company. Owned by Denise there in the 3-seat. And it looks like we're going to do a little switch out here. And give some of our ladies that are playing in the game out on the floor some airtime. Yeah, it looks like Lauren and Denise are going to be switching out here and heading out to play on the floor and welcoming in a couple of new ladies to join us here on the feature table. I mean, how often do you get to say that you've got a feature table and a secondary table for a ladies cash game poker event? Pretty cool if you ask me. And here at PH Social, we are excited to be welcoming more ladies to play poker. It is a great game. Viable for people to play with a variety of different skill levels and experience levels. As I've been mentioning here at PH Social, we run a lot of small stakes poker games where you can buy in for only $40 to take your shot. And check out our VPIPs there. Congratulations to Marichu. That is honestly quite impressive to have made it this deep into the stream and have played 100% of your hands. Again, VPIP stands for voluntarily put in pot. We often say voluntarily put money in pot, meaning that you entered the hand in some capacity, whether it was limping in, raising, or calling a raise. And for Marichu to have participated in every single hand so far just shows her dexterity as a player. And the fact that she's also leading the table chip count at the same time kind of makes it seem like she's dominating. And it is Delaray bumping it up to 11. And Marichu doesn't even need to check the cards really, but she does for fun. Looks down and sees an ace. That's a slam dunk. She's in there. Tina comes along as well. And okay, guys, we've got a little bit more of a traditional poker hand brewing with a raise and 2 calls. And there's Herlinda coming into the 3-seat. She joined us a couple of weeks ago for Ladies' Night. Drove all the way up here from Houston for that, and I'm assuming drove up here from Houston today as well, with it pouring rain outside. So thank you to her for making the trip. I know a couple of other ladies here drove up from Houston as well, so that's huge, making a 4 or 5 hour drive in the rain to come up here and play with us. We appreciate that very much. And it is Marichu making the best out of the ace-8 again. Stranglehold on the equity. You can see those percentages next to the cards. Marichu with an 84% chance to win this hand. And across the top of the screen there, you can see how many outs Delaray has, indicating that if a king or a queen comes... Oh, and it is a king on the river. $83 in the middle, so pretty big pot here, as Delaray chose to continue betting the whole way down. Just bluffing and then runs into the best hand at the end. And I'm guessing Delaray put out a little bet here on the river. Oh, she only has $2 left on the river. Well, it says she's all in. I'm guessing she actually has more than $2 left, because I think Marichu would probably just snap call for $2. And the fact that she's folding makes me feel like Delaray must have had at least a few dollars more than that behind, and that our graphic was just off a little bit. But Marichu does lay down the 8 correctly. She actually put in all of the money there while it was going well. Pre-flop, she was behind a little, but on the flop and the turn, she had the best hand. And then gets away on the river when she does not. So well-played hand there for her. And that's one way you can kind of tell whether your hand was well played or not, was how much money did you bet when you had the best of it, and how much money did you bet when you had the worst of it. And there are times that we are conceding to bet when we do not have the best hand. And that would be because we think we have implied odds, meaning that if our hand improves, like let's say we have a flush draw, that we are going to get paid back plus after we hit our hand. So there are occasions where we're not betting with the best of it, but on those occasions we are trying to bet small when we don't have the best of it, and then bet big when we do. So Marichu right there, even though she lost the hand, could look back and say well played, as she put in all the money when she had the best of it and then got away for nothing when she did it. Cameron says, happy Valentine's. Actually saw Cameron out on the floor before we got started here, and he was looking quite snazzy. Is it snazzy or schnazzy? He was looking sharp. Just leave it at that. He was looking good in his Valentine's Day attire. Had a nice red suit on. Appreciate you coming up to PH Social today, Cameron, and hanging out with us, and appreciate the comment. Finally, we've been trying to get the comments going here. We've got a few viewers in here with us, but a little slow in the comments section, so definitely waiting to hear from you guys. And Marichu back at it again. Can you believe it? In there pre-flop, does not have the best of it pre-flop, although pocket 8s are a beauty, and you're definitely going to see a flop with them. And then just flops the goods and turns the super goods. Now she is not even fading the flush or straight draws anymore. Makes top full. And it was Rhonda all in for 14. Marichu going to show her essentially the nuts in this situation. And poor Rhonda. The 9s go from best to worst, just like that. And Marichu gets back the money that she just lost in the previous hand, and still has that commanding chip lead over the table. Impressive showing for her so far. Pretty tough to get away with playing 100% VPIP and still be leading the table. Let's see how long she can keep it up now. I feel like we got a sweat on our hands to see how long will it be before Marichu does not play a hand pre-flop. We did see her call an all-in for $35 earlier with Queen 5 offsuit, so seems like she might be willing to go to any links tonight to see every single flop. And we know she's going to with King Queen suited. She's going nowhere. And Herlinda right behind her with the King Jack suited. Looks like a pretty hand, but dominated by Marichu. But it is Herlinda bumping it up to $6. And we're going to go 4 ways this time. Delaray going to flop an open-ended draw. Marichu going to flop the nut flush draw. But it's Herlinda with the lead in terms of the lead on the betting. Marichu going to go ahead and just lead out for $12 with the nut flush draw, and Herlinda going to float once. Delaray going nowhere with the open ender, and ooh, very spicy and interesting turn card here. As now Marichu and Herlinda both have the nut flush draw. You don't see that very often in Texas Hold'em, where two players are both holding the nut flush draw simultaneously. It is a paired board. And it's Delaray who takes the betting lead. And I'm going to be very curious if Delaray comes again here. Could she get this one through? And it looks like she did bet. She bets 20. And wow, what a play right there by Delaray. And based on the head nods, I'm guessing she showed the hand. Gets it through two king high hands who are actually chopping that pot after the board double paired. So oh, looks like I've been corrected on the name. Sorry about that, Boogie. It's Rhoda, not Rhonda. And pause play repeat with the word play on the pause. I see what you're doing there. Says, go Liz. Oh, Rhoda. Okay. Sorry about that. I'll get that fixed. Looks like another splash pot in the mix here, guys. Some kind of goodie bag out there in the middle. Very friendly 7-way pot here as we compete for the goodie bag. Not sure what's inside of there. I might have to step out of the booth here in a second and find out. I'm curious. What are they competing for? It is Liz flopping the pair of aces, leading for $6. 4 calls. We are off to a turn. Across the double-digit mark on the viewers here, guys. Appreciate y'all joining us. Thanks for getting that chat going. Hope you guys are having a great Valentine's Day out there. And as Cameron said, happy Galentine's here from PH Social. You can see from Marichu right there, it's going to be a happy Galentine's Day for her. She is sipping a mimosa and has already won herself a rose toy. I'm back, pause. Sorry about that. I had the volume muted for just a second there. There's no sound from the game? Or just no sound from the booth here? I was just making sure we got our camera angle fixed here, as we've been stuck on the 1, 2, and 3 seats for a little bit. And it is fixed, but we're just waiting a few minutes for the delay to catch up. And Lindsay in the cutoff. I see her right there in the pink jacket picking up the bullets. And we've got one of our first 3-bet pots here. And I actually think that was the first hand that Marichu folds, as it was raised in 3-bet in front of her. Herlinda's in there for 20, though. Jerry's in there for 20. And Delaray's in there for 20. And we are off to a flop. Totally silent. Okay. Working now. That's good. Table audio working as well. King high board. Gonna get Herlinda in some trouble. She leads for $25, and Lindsay with the aces. She likes her hand. She's gonna raise right now. She comes with 60 and has another 65 behind. Herlinda gonna call here. Gonna be hard to get away from it now that there's $200 in the middle. And Lindsay just with another, it says 60. It looks like she's got slightly more than that. Maybe about 70. 9 on the turn does not help Herlinda. She checks. And Lindsay gonna rip it. Herlinda knows. You can see it in her face. It's bad news. She doesn't like it, but price is too good. She makes the call. And they're just gonna go once. It's a brick on the river. Herlinda shows the king. And Lindsay gonna show the aces and win a $340 pot here. It's a big one, and that's gonna vault her right up to the top of the chip count leaderboard. She hasn't been here too long. Picks up the bullets and then gets the full double. Sure, having a good time stacking those chips. Always feels good to get the full double up. Pocket aces hold. The board was a little scary. A lot of two pairs and straights available. I hear someone walking around out there saying Crown Apple. So I think it's more shots coming. Oh, there it comes again. Crown Apple. Looks like Lauren bringing something around here. Some kind of postcard or gift card or splash pod or something. There's our updated chip counts again, and I promise you guys this camera angle is going to be switching any second. I know it's been stuck here for just a little while, getting a look at the left side of the table. We just had the graphics click off for a minute, and then once we See it and reset it. There we go. We are back. Once we see it and reset it, we got to wait for the delay to catch up. And we are back with the friendly action. Ooh, Tina going to break up the party. $8 raise with the ace queen and the small blind. Beautiful flop for Tina. She is the pre-flop raiser. Gets a dream setup here. And then now decides to play it tricky. And she is going to get Crystal to fall in the trap. Crystal makes a little stabbing bet for $10 into about 50. Tina just going to smooth call. Total blank on the turn. And now Tina going to go ahead and take the lead, and it looks like she came out with 10 as well. If she knew Crystal had this hand, this would be the perfect play. Probably got maximum value. Now the river looks ugly for her. Got to be a little bit scary. Although we can see she does still have the best hand, and she bets $10 again, gets called by ace high. And goodness, looks like she got the absolute maximum right there. 10 on the flop, 10 on the turn, 10 on the river. Good to get called down by ace high. And check out our percentages here, guys. That is Ari joining us in the 4 seat right there in the red hoodie. And she's the lowest VPIP so far, but I think she's only been here for 3 hands, so can't really count that. Everyone else up over 40%, including Marichu, who is at 93% VPIP. She was at 100 for a long time. Had to fold one whenever there was a raise and 3-bet in front of her, so fell off of that 100%. But let's see how long she can keep it over 90. And probably going to fall below 90% now as she lets the 9-3 offsuit go with a $7 raise in front of her from Lindsay. Crystal going to call with the king-queen, dominating the king-jack. Jerry in there as well. And good-looking flop for Lindsay. She has the nut flush draw. Crystal still with the best hand that we can see. And Lindsay going to take an aggressive action here with the flush draw. Jerry going to let it go. Nice blue fingernails from Jerry there. I like that color. That's nice. And now it's back onto Crystal. She's got the backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, but not good enough. She's going to let it go. And Lindsay raising pre-flop and then with the aggressive action on the flop. Going to get one through and take down another pot to pad her lead. The only lady in the game up over $300 right now. Marichu had a commanding lead for a while, but has come back down to earth and slipped back under the $300 marker. friendly pot right here. So we are 9 ways initially, but yep, it was 9 ways to the flop, and it looks like it's Della Ray leading out for $3 with the jack. And nobody has a queen. But unfortunately for her, Tina has the dominating jack. And the dominating equity percentage here, over 50%, even with 5 players left in the field. And we go from 9 players on the flop down to 4 players to the turn. An inconsequential 4. And Tina going to increase that lead. If she can make it to showdown, she is going to have the best hand as the board pairs on the river. Two jacks still in the mix. And we do get to showdown, and the jack 10 going to take it down. Looks like more drinks are making the rounds here. And it is Marichu bumping it to $2 with the ace jack. Creates a cascade of callers, but then Liz comes in from the big blind with the huge squeeze play. $17 re-raise. And she does have a mystery hand here, so we're going to get to play this one with her. What kind of hands would you come in with a huge squeeze after about 8 ladies have gotten involved? Well, we're going to see as we go 3 ways to the flop here. A couple of ace-x hands and then the mystery. Very bricky flop, 8-8-3 rainbow. And Liz is going to lead again. Looks like 25 from her. I think she likes her hand. My personal impression is that she is not bluffing here, but I could be wrong. Could be a hand like ace-king or ace-queen. And Marichu going to think it through and let go of the ace high. And Ari going to call for 25 with ace deuce of spades. A couple of good backdoor draws here. Let's see if one of them comes in. It does not. It's an absolute brick. And now Liz comes again. Just the immediate $50 bet. 55 looks very strong. Ari decides to go ahead and lay it down. And a nice pot right there. And there you can see our pre-flop raise percentages, guys. Ranging from 9 up to 33. That includes any open raise or a 3-bet. Nice Valentine's Day shirt there for Herlinda. Again, thank you to her for making the drive up here from Houston. I'm not sure if she brought her crew with us, or with her, excuse me, to join us. I know last time she made it up here, she brought a couple of friends and her boyfriend. So hoping they're here. I think his name was Franklin. If you're out there, Frank, appreciate you coming. Hope you guys had a safe trip up with this rainstorm going on. Ray says, go Liz, let's go. She scooped a big one right there. Nice pot for her with the mystery hand. Not sure what she had, but I'm going to guess pocket queens. And then maybe we'll go out there and ask her what she had so we can do a little reveal here on the stream. Ray, Pause, Boogie, Cameron, you guys hit the like button for us. Help us out. Only takes a second. Totally free for you. And that's all the payment that we asked from you guys. It's just to click that like button. There we go. I just saw the number go up. Appreciate that very much. And boom, you're all paid up. The rest of your entertainment is totally free. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Get to watch this hand in slow motion, apparently. And it is a beautiful flop for Jerry. And I'm not going to lie, I am pulling for Jerry here. She's had a little bit of a rough go of it. Not a huge loss, but she did get stacked early on and then had a couple of others not go her way. So I'm definitely pulling for her 2-pair to hold up here and maybe even get a little money in the middle. Although Tina and Marichu don't have much going, so gotta hope that Ari's got a little something to give Jerry some action. And it looks like she might as she leads out for $10. There's our likes. Appreciate it, guys. And I hear the ladies out there are having a good time. Okay, and Ari does have something. And Tina got in there and gave $10 to the pot as well. So she gets out of the way, and that $10 is going to be up for grabs for one of these ladies. And Ari says, do you want to run it twice? Jerry flips over the 2-pair. Can't see Ari's hand yet. Let's see if we can get an overhead shot here. $90 in the middle. This is a big one for Jerry to go towards getting her unstuck. Oh, the turn is an ugly card. Oh, and okay, so Ari has the 2 overcards and the open ender. So I was worried about that 8, but actually it's no problem. And Jerry guaranteed half the pot here. Turns a brick, but the river does bring in the straight for Ari, so they're going to chop this one up. There's those pretty blue fingernails I was looking at. With a little offsetting green color on the pinky. And we're going to chop this one up, but there is a little bit of extra cheddar in there from the pre-flop calls as well as that $10 that went in on the turn. And there's our updated chip count. Delaray going to be bumping this one up with the mystery hand and the cutoff. And picking up several callers. Let's take a 5-way flop. $40 in the middle. And there's an ace out there for Ari. And a gut shot for Liz. Backdoor draws for Jerry. But for 15, it's a little pricey for the backdoor draws. And she's going to have to let it go. And Delaray with the mystery hand. She likes it. And we do shed one player, but we are going 4 ways to the turn here. Oh, 3 ways to the turn, excuse me. Ari still with the best of it that we can see. And she's going to come again with 20. And Delaray going to have to let it go. She was a threat to still have a better hand as Ace-King and Ace-Queen are still floating out there. But she lets it go, and Ari going to take down a nice little pot. And we just crossed the 2-hour streaming mark, guys. Appreciate y'all joining us. We're having a good time here for Valentine's Day. We're at PH Social in Dallas, Texas. We're off of Regal Row. Look us up and then come by and play some cards. We got a ton of action at our room here. Every single day we run 2 different tournaments. A day tournament at noon, and then a night tournament or an evening tournament, usually at 7 p.m. You can check on Poker Atlas for the details to all of those events. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we run specialty events. On Monday, it is a bounty hunter, $25 green chip bounty with an $80 buy-in. So you buy in for $80, and then everybody's got a green chip worth $25 that comes out of that $80. And if you stack another player, you get to collect their bounty chip. On Tuesday nights, we run 2X Tuesday, which is double the original prize pool of $1,000. So on Tuesdays, we got a $2,000 guaranteed free roll. And you can play in that thing absolutely for free, assuming you're a member of PH Social. Membership dues are $10 for the day or $30 for a month. Or you could just knock it all out at once and pay $300 for the year. Get yourself a little discount. And along with that membership comes free entry into those tournaments. And Ari is back at it again here with the pocket aces. Put in a little raise pre-flop, get some multi-way action as expected. Bets 20 on the flop and picks up 1 caller from Jerry, who's pretty much all in here. Looks like she's just got a few dollars behind. So I'm guessing we're going to be all in on the turn. And the queen on the turn actually gives Jerry the lead. And Ari with the aces. It's check, check. So Jerry turned her cards over early here, maybe not realizing she wasn't quite all in. Still had that $5 behind. And now Ari gets her aces cracked. And I'm curious, is she going to get to participate in our aces cracked rack attack? Where if you get your aces cracked at PH Social, no pot requirements, no requirements at all. Get your aces cracked. You get to play rack attack. And it looks like she is, in fact, going to go play rack attack right now. Where you go over to a table that has a bunch of poker chips spread out on the table, and you have 40 seconds to collect as many of them as you can and put them into a rack. And for every single barrel that you fill up in that rack, meaning a stack of 20 chips, For every barrel you fill up, you earn yourself $10 as a rebate. And I'd say most people within 40 seconds can get somewhere between 3 and 5 barrels. But if you pay for our platinum monthly membership, this is on top of our normal daily membership fees. So for platinum, it's an extra $50. But when you get your aces cracked, you actually get an extra 20 seconds to play Rack Attack. So even if you only get your aces cracked once in the whole month, it's almost enough to pay it back right then and there for the $50 membership fee. And that is actually just one of the minor perks of owning that platinum membership. There are two major perks. The first one being that if you pay the $50 dues, you actually get free entry into an $80 tournament. So just right there, not including the other benefits of going platinum, you actually get a $50 buy-in into an $80 tournament. So you get $30 of free money just for paying the $50, and that immediately pays for itself. And then on top of that, you actually get a $2 hourly discount on cash game time. So cash game time here is $12, but you get it for $10 with the platinum membership. So if you pay 25 hours of cash games in the month, it's already paid for itself. If you play in that tournament, it's already paid for itself. And if you get your aces cracked, let's call it 2 times during the entire month, it's already paid for itself. So this thing can pay for itself 3 or 4 times over, depending on how many cash game hours you play. I actually own one myself, ponied up at $50, and it looks like I already just got paid there. I'm not sure if this was 20 or maybe $20. Look like maybe she got 2 stacks for herself. Give her a little rebate off of her aces cracked. I think she probably lost about $40 in that hand, so getting 20 back is a pretty nice little rebate. And again, if you pay for that $50 membership fee, you are immediately going to get all of your money back just from coming to play that $80 tournament. That's a great deal. Also says the audio is all messed up. Is that from here in the booth or out on the table? Can you give me a little more feedback on that, please? What is up, Benji? We're back. Let us know what you can hear. Appreciate you bearing with us here. Trying to get our audio fixed for you. And we're back into the action here. Got Delaray bumping it up from +1 with the Jack 10 suited. Nice to bump it up with a hand like Jack 10 from early position and then flop top 2 pair. She does have some competition here as Liz has flopped 2 overcards and the open ender. River pairs the board. And it's actually Liz who's going to take the lead. Ella's going to check call here for 25, and Liz taking a, oh, boys. Ace on the river. And that board pair could save Della a little bit as she now does lose to any ace X hand. And it looks like it does go check, check on the river here, and the Broadway is going to take it down. Check out these V-pips, guys. We've got every single lady in the mix up over 45%. Marichu leading the way, nearly 90% V-pip. And again, V-pip is voluntarily put in pot. So basically a percentage indicating how often these ladies are getting involved in the hand, whether by limping in, raising, or calling a raise. And you'll also see our pre-flop raise percentages come through to indicate how often those ladies are raising themselves. See some viewers trickling in here. Appreciate you guys joining us. Gotta go Lizzie from Megan. Welcome, Megan. Welcome to Pause with the #1 commenter tag there. Hopefully our audio is fixed here. Sorry about that. Appreciate the heads up, Pause. Appreciate the thoughtfulness on the pun and your screen name. Benji, glad that you were here. We've been missing you, man. Haven't seen Napalm either. No worries at all. Apologies from our side for having to glitch out there. The stream has more components going at the same time than you might expect. It's no easy feat putting together a live stream, especially when you're dealing with these RFID tables. You have to read the cards live, and then we've got to get all that action input right on time, and then have all of these computer programs coordinate together so that the cameras will switch back and forth exactly when they're supposed to. Quite a tricky thing we got going here, but we're bringing it all together, and we appreciate our team for working hard on it. And Paul says we got the Liz fan club up in here. Absolutely. Loyal followers for Liz. And says, heck yeah. Hey, Megan, go hit the like button for us. We greatly appreciate it. Trying to get that number bumped up so we can get a little love from the algorithm. That is your only fee for getting to watch some fun Valentine's Day action here. Or should I say Galentine's Day, as it is our ladies only event. And Janelle. Team Liz, my goodness. I'm almost feeling like it's not fair to the rest of our ladies. Who else are you guys pulling for out there? Let's get some rivalries going in the chat box. Ruben says, done. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. And look at that. Earned you that #3 commenter tag. You guys keep it rolling. See if you can finish at #1. Keep an eye on this action here, as Marichu has bumped it up to $10. That should thin the field a little bit. Jerry calls with the mystery hand, and a couple of other callers in there, including Della Ray, who flops the 2 overcards with the open ender. Benji pulling for Luka Dirk. Unfortunately, one of those guys is out of town, and one of them is out of the league. It's going to be Della Ray taking the lead. I've actually really liked how Della Ray's played tonight. She is calculating but tricky. And she's got to love seeing the 10 come on the turn. And this is why you like taking the lead on a flop like this. Your hand is more disguised, and you're able to just keep betting into a larger pot whenever you actually hit your card. And what a dream situation for her, as that 10 has also given Tina top pair and Marichu a gut shot to go with her pocket 8s. And we're not sure what Jerry has, but she's in there as well. And she might be all in, actually. She is all in here. And there's over $200 in the middle. And the river, very interesting. Brings the one-liner with the flush card. Della Ray's going to lead for 25. I'm guessing it's going to be Marichu just calling for 25 here. And Tina probably going to make a tough fold. She is very short stacked, always a little sad to fold top pair with so much money in the middle, and it looks like she's only got about $20 behind. Pretty hard to win here. There's so many 2 pairs, straights, and a flush available. She does make the wise fold. Jerry gonna flip over her hand, has some confidence about it, which makes me feel like maybe she's got the flush. No. She does not. Oh no. Oh good, she hates it. She says, all right, we're out of here. Tough sledding, Jerry. Sorry about that. Actually, looks like I got a little preview that she is not quite out of here yet. Just taking a quick breather. So I think Jerry is going to be back in the action. But I'm sure she is a little aggravated as she has not gotten anything to go her way so far. That is a big pot getting split up between the 2 straights. A lot of love for the Luke Dirk comment. What into Benji? What that Riz? Thank you guys for joining us again today. I know we got some new viewers here, so just want to shout out our Valentine's Day event once again. We do have a full table on the stream, although it looks like there's a couple of open seats right there, but we're just moving around, giving everybody a chance to play on stream. And we actually have another full table out on the floor, so we had about 20 ladies show up to play ladies event here. Put on by Poker Social. Poker-based initiative to get more business ladies involved in the poker community, where a hugely underrated aspect of playing poker is getting to network and build relationships with so many other business professionals. And we actually have another poker event coming here to PH Social. And that is going to be on March 28th. This is a little bit of a warm-up event. Just kind of testing how everything's going to go and getting a cooperation going between the room and these organizations that are helping to host these events. And we appreciate Lauren and Denise for putting this on. They're actually off of the live stream now and back out onto the floor playing in our other game, excuse me. They are the proud owners of Her Story. It's Her Story Agency, excuse me, and the Dream Design Company. And I believe they kind of specialize in event planning and do some other stuff as well. So and then have this subsidiary company of Poker, which is intended to bring more ladies into the game from out of the business world. Teach them the rules, teach them the strategies, help them to learn to navigate the poker table so they can draw more business connections and maybe make some money while they're doing it. Makes it to the river here. Her queen holds up. Delaray just with a pair of eights. And Lindsay actually goes for the raise there on the river. It was 12 and then she raises to 26. Pretty spicy. And she just gets a fold and takes it down. There's that pre-flop raise percentage that I was mentioning earlier. You can see those are a lot lower than the V-pips. Again, V-pip voluntarily put in the pot, so that's the percentage of hands that the ladies choose to get involved in, and we saw those numbers up over 50% for the most part, and those pre-flop raise percentages down around the teens, which usually indicates that the game is going to have a lot of multi-way pots where one person raises and then several players call, or everyone just limps in and we take a family style pot. Not sure about that. But we're praying for her as a human being. Hope everything's going well and she's having a great Valentine's Day. Hopefully you guys are having a great Valentine's Day out there as well. We appreciate you spending your time with us. I know you could be anywhere doing anything. You chose to be here with us and we appreciate that. Really fun event. I know those ladies are having a great time out there. Every time I've stuck my head out of the booth, they're out there drinking and socializing. We're taking a three-way flop here. Marichu in there as usual, and she's searching through some kind of cards there. I'm curious what those are, actually. I got a feeling I should go out there and take a look and see what those cards are. Joining us, Jay Castine. Do me a favor and go hit the like button, please. We're pumped up a little bit. Room, good for the stream. Good for these ladies. It's a nice way to give them a little bit of payback. Show them that you're watching. Jerry's back in the mix here. Goodness gracious, she goes for the thin value bet for $10 with fourth pair and is actually betting in to the ace high hand. She does not get called there, but if she could see Marichu's hand, she probably would have chosen to do the exact same thing as she did. It's always a good feeling. Ari in the 4 seat, but looks like she has the game to make way for got a couple of limps, and Tina's going to be all in. So she's got 103, but we can see that she's actually got about 20. And that's going to cause our graphics to be a little bit wonky here, because if she gets multiple calls, it's going to look like this pot is about $500 because the graphics think everyone is calling for 100. It looks like they're calling for 22. Six-way action to the flop here, guys. It's going to say there's a $400 pot out there, but it's actually about 100. Set on the flop for Lindsay, who already has a $600 stack. Wow, this is spicy, guys. Let's check around. Oh, and she makes quads on the turn. So everyone to be drawing dead. So now it's just a matter of how much money can Lindsay get into the middle. She's doing a great job with the body language and facial expressions of downplaying the quads. Ho-humming like, do I want to make a light call here with pocket fours? Oops, sorry, I've got pocket threes. And a hammerlock on this thing. And now after contemplating, she comes with the raise. Thinking it through with the ace high. She does have that heart. Lay it down here. A little bit tilted. Rough go of it so far. As soon as she bought back in with a couple of green chips, heavy artillery. Exasperated fold. Good news that she in fact was drawing dead. Obviously not good news to be drawing dead, but good to know that you got away for the minimum. Lindsay's chip count here, up over $500, but we can see she already had 600 and now takes down this pot. So let's take a peek at that chip stack. And I think I'm actually going to go out there and ask them to pause the game for just a second so we can get all of these stacks right. All right, so I sent word for them to get those chip counts corrected.
Are we doing a bump up? Yeah, $2. $2 every bit.
Actually got some new players that are going to be joining us here. We're in fact getting the table full again. Once again, guys, it's Valentine's Day. We've got 2 full games going. Thanks to all of our ladies for coming out. Special edition ladies night at PH. And you can see it by all those photos. I know some of those photos haven't been taken because these are ladies that have rotated into the game. But you can see by those photos that they were taken in front of our photo booth out there. Queen of Hearts, poke her social. This is a fun Valentine's Day afternoon event. Inviting all of these ladies to come play some cards and inviting you out there as well, including you, Megan. Why are you not here? Assuming you're not? Thank goodness. Christy just brought me in here a toy that she won out on the main game, or sorry, the secondary game out on the floor. And it is in fact one of those roses. Preview of Valentine's Day night for any of our ladies that win a splash pot here today. Sounds like an electric toothbrush. If you know what I mean. Anybody know what I mean out there? Come on, let's get the chat going, guys. Let's have some fun. It's Valentine's Day. What are you doing? Just having a good time.
So it's going to be flush on the bottom.
Pretty big bomb pot has ballooned here. It's going to be chopped up between Jerry and Lindsay, and cheers to Jerry. She needed one. Glad to see her take down the pot. Check that out, guys. This says Lindsay is up over $400. See when this graphic clears. I want to get a look at her stack, actually. I think it may be even more than that. That says she's got $560. Yeah, she's got over $700 in her stack there. Wow, she's got to be feeling good. She adds those chips from the bomb pot into her stack. And here comes Madi back with a refill, it looks like. You're having a good time. I know the ladies are getting a little bit toasty out there. Some kind of text on the cards. I'm not sure if that's an invitation, possibly, to our March 28th event. So Herlinda's going to bump this one up to $11 and she gets a bunch of callers. Going 7 ways to the flop here. And Crystal just flat calling. Actually looked like she limped and then called with the pocket queens. And that's going to be a sneak attack. So no one is suspecting an overpair. And no one has a jack. So it's just Herlinda with a gut shot and Marichu with a gut shot. Marichu thinking, $15 to try and hit a 3. 3 would have been disastrous as it would have filled both her and Herlinda's straights. And we would have seen carnage. But instead, Marichu folds. And he goes check on the turn. And now Crystal sees a brick on the river and officially has the best hand. And he goes bet small and then call. It says all in there, but again, the graphics incorrect. But I'm pretty sure they actually get the graphics corrected on the chip counts. We sent word out there that they were off. And I believe here in the next couple of minutes they're going to be back on. Dallas, regular on our stream. Take her seat. We're going to be back to a full table. So we are rotating through all of our ladies that are playing in our secondary game out there. And the Mick Ultra is busted out. Okay, these ladies were drinking the mimosas and the tequila shots. This is the first beer that we've seen in the mix. Okay, we've got two actual hands going at it here. Jerry raising it up, and then Herlinda three-betting her with the pocket kings. Jerry flats. The river is all bricks. Could be a little bit of a scary board for Herlinda, although it's kind of unlikely that Jerry would have been raising in the first place with a hand that made contact with this board. So that might make her feel a little bit better about it. And Herlinda now bets 46. There's 120 in the pot, and Jerry gonna make a call. And again, the graphics are off there on the stack sizes, guys. Sorry about that. And it does go, oh, queen on the river is gonna make, oh, poor Jerry. Give her some false hope there. And it was Herlinda who appeared to have been all in there. Another big pot going the opposite way. Jerry hates to see that. Yes, Megan and Juju. Not sure who Juju is. Is that someone in the chat right now? We also got Janelle up there saying go Liz. So we got several ladies. We need you guys for our ladies night streams. We play every Thursday, and the ladies arrive around 7. Stream goes around 8. We are always looking to add to our player pool, trying to get that built up so that we can get multiple tables going every Thursday night, just like they've got going right now. Pretty cool to see so many ladies gathering together to play some ladies night poker. Again, thank you to Lauren and Denise for helping coordinate this event. graphics catch up here, guys.
I just ordered pizza for everybody. I'm thinking vegetarian for somebody.
Dallas, Benji.
I got vegetarian for you.
Shout outs, Benji. Thanks for being here to join us. And while we're waiting for our graphics to get caught up here, we are actually going to get to peek in on the action. Jerry is all in.
Give me 1 second. So it is
So while we're waiting on this action to catch up, I want to just shout out a couple of things we got going on here at the room. First off, we've got a huge tournament event on Monday. That's President's Day. It's George Washington's birthday, and we're celebrating in style with a $5,000 gift for you. That is a $5,000 guaranteed prize pool for our Monday night tournament. It's going to start at 6 p.m., guys. We normally start at 7, but we want to give you all some extra play. So we are starting at 6 on Monday. It's an $80 buy-in. Return to $20,000 in chips. For an extra $20, you get an extra 20K chips. So kind of a no-brainer. Just spend the flat $100 bill to get yourself 40K in chips. And then throughout the event, there is a one-time optional add-on for 40 bucks. So you can use that whenever you please or don't. And again, that's going to be a $5,000 guaranteed prize pool. Make it out for President's Day, 6 p.m. That's Monday, day after tomorrow. And check out the details on Poker Atlas or on our socials, Facebook, Instagram. And that is at PH Social Dallas.
It's different. It's different.
Says, hey Marichu, where's her cup? I know, I've already shouted out the cup like 5 times before you got here, Benji. We were missing you. A little cup banter. She decided to go with the mimosa cups today that were provided by the event. So she's sipping on that. I'm sure her famous cup will be back on Thursday. So I hope you will be as well. Did you hit the like button yet, Benji? We're counting on you, man. I want to see that number slide from 9 to 10. In a world of hurt here. Liz, our fan favorite, Liz. With the ace jack up against Marichu's king jack. Great opportunity for her to get another bet in here. And she does. She bets 20. Marichu snap calls. And Marichu going to show the dominated kicker. And Liz going to collect a nice one there. And Marichu, the only one up over 80% VPIP. Pretty impressive, but over half of our ladies are up over 50%. We're going to do a little nail comparison here. Belinda needs to get in on the nail comparison. She's got that pink and purple scheme going. Lindsay and Marichu rocking the pink. I guess they were probably comparing because those are pretty similar colors there. Nice Valentine's Day mix. But I guess Linda's probably the most festive. She's even got the hearts on the face paint. And Dallas, who just joined us, gonna pick up pocket queens in one of her first hands here. And it's actually her Linda, going to be raising it up to 10. And Dallas chooses to just flat, a little bit tricky. A few more ladies to come in, including Jerry, who's got a mystery hand, Crystal, and Liz with 2 very playable, pretty hands. Although they're both going to brick here on the flop. And it's going to be her Linda. The 7s and Dallas with the queens. Facing out here. Linda probably thinking she still likes calls again. Oh no. Oh no. 7 on the turn spells doom for Dallas.
It wasn't you. It was.
I don't think she's deep stacked enough to get away from this. Looks like she's only got about $60 left. Linda comes with 35. There's 180 in the middle, and if the graphic is correct, that Dallas only has $20 left in her stack, there's just no way she's going to be able to get away from this. The deuce on the river is even more bad news. Dallas now makes a full house. And it actually looks like her Linda went check call. Very tricky. And boom, she's going to show the 7s full to beat Dallas's deuces full. Ugly one right there. And guys, I do think that those chip counts are probably corrected now. We'll try and keep an eye on that. But Lindsay now listed at over 700, and I know that's around what she had, so this has got to be close to, if not the biggest chip stack that we've seen in a 1-1 live stream here. Up near $800 for Lindsay. And she has not even been playing the entire time, so nice little heater for her here to get started in about her first hour of play. So just got the word, guys. We got about 15 more minutes left here. We're going to be winding down this afternoon special. Again, appreciate y'all being here today. I think those ladies are probably going to keep playing. We're just going to be wrapping up the stream. Well, we still got about 15 more minutes for you. And it looks like this is going to be a good one right here, as Delaray has the 10s, Tina has the 9s. Crystal with the Jack 10 suited. This actually limps around to Delaray in the big blind, and she's made several good aggressive plays here tonight. Comes with 16. Don't let it fly under the radar how powerful that sizing is. A lot of these other ladies might have chosen to just go to about 10 and get hardly any clearing of the field. And while she does still get 4 callers here, I just got to give her a shout out and say I like that sizing. She's done a good job tonight of taking charge of the situations that she's been in. And even though she hasn't been winning, that's not how poker works all the time. Sometimes you make good plays and it just doesn't work out. But here she gets a really nice flop. And Jerry with the only mystery hand, so assuming Jerry does not have an 8 or pocket 4s, and Delaray does have the best of it, and it's a great spot to get action from Tina with the pocket 9s, as both of them have flopped an overpair. And she does in fact get action from Tina. Poor Tina, probably liking her hand, but gonna find out that she's in a world of hurt. Only 6% chance to come back and win this one. And there's $180 in the middle here, so big pot. Both of these ladies very close to all in. It's a 4 on the turn and a 4 on the river. So they both make a full house, but Delaray's is gonna hold, and her patience and good play finally pay off. Nice size pot there. Full double plus plus. She had about 4 callers pre-flop, I believe, for a $16 raise. So congratulations to her, taking down a big one here. Finish up. Beautiful looking flop out there. Ace, king, jack, all clubs. Dallas and Delaray both thinking that they have a royal flush draw, but in actuality, they've got each other's one out that they would have needed to make that royal.
It wasn't that people
Looks like it's
by
Jerry.
The fact that every time I was sitting there in the water cooler.
Maybe ripping it all in here.
When you walk by, my chair was getting hit from both sides.
Can't tell quite
And the car
sure how much she's got or if she's got any
Oh,
left. I think she's all in for $11.
No, last time I was there, somebody's truck got stolen out of the parking lot.
Yeah. And
She herself just has a gut shot in that 8 of clubs, but
Oh, I'm sorry, I pulled immensely a long time.
Delaray has called, so 8 of clubs is no good. However, Jerry actually has the opportunity to fade a couple of bad cards here. And she does right now have the best hand. One card is clean, and Jerry actually has the best hand right now. Can she fade the chop? River's another 6, and it's going to be a chop here.
I had to call. I had a straight flush draw.
Oh, I had the 10.
Oh, that's
I was like, oh, it's gonna come.
Ace, King, Queen, 6-6. Both ladies playing the same hand. They're going to chop up Delaray's money.
I literally want to cry.
Where's your
You
phone?
like this?
You leave it at home? You want your 25 back or? No.
Shannon, I went out last night.
Yeah.
I got a hotel at the Omni,
Oh, wow.
and I
Hey, who wants this? Who wants this?
Oh, I'll take it.
Check out our pre-flop raise percentages.
I'll let you have it.
No surprise that the average floating around the mid-teens.
It's something for everybody, so.
I'd say that's
Each
fairly
person
normal.
answers, what kind of woman do you intentionally keep around? Godly women.
What kind of
Godly women. What kind of woman do you keep around?
loyal?
I like loyal. I like loyal and one that can make me laugh and smile and get out of my comfort zone.
$5 all in. 23. Michael Jordan.
And we just crashed the 3-hour
$6.
marker on the live stream here. Okay, Jerry, now we're talking. She's going to use that money that she just chopped up in the previous hand to try and multiply it with 2 kings. Good for her. That would have been sad if she ended up losing that pot and never got to see these kings. Now she's got a chance to salvage the day here if she can get 3 or 4 callers, potentially quadruple her money. And she does get 3 callers here, so I'm not sure what Tina's got. Hopefully no ace. And now Jerry's got a lot to fade as Marichu has a gut shot and a heart draw. Lindsay has a pair. She's drawing a 2 pair and trips. I'm not sure what Tina has. It's actually Lindsay gonna lead out with a pair in the flush draw. Oh, excuse me, I think she's calling. Tina went all in here, so maybe Jerry's actually in a lot of trouble, and instead of this being her redemption, it might be even more tilting that you pick up kings at the end of the stream for a chance to quadruple your money. We'll see if it goes her way, but
And I
the
won
fact
both
that
boards.
Tina ripped it all in on the flop
No, I
definitely
didn't
makes me
hit
nervous
one.
for
I
Jerry.
hit trips on one board and I had to remove them. No, I didn't.
Dallas actually just sat down. She's only been playing for probably like 20 minutes, so
Good luck, Owens.
all right. Marichu lets go of the queen high flush draw and the gut shot. Turns out to be a good decision. The kings get shown. The 9-5 makes 2 pair. Oh no, and Jerry, exasperated. You see the hands. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. And pocket sixes for Tina. And oh, Jerry, the pocket kings. I mean, you see the action on the flop, and you got to be thinking like, oh no, I'm dead. Someone's got a flush. Someone's got an ace. Someone's got 2 pair. My king's got outdrawn. And then to find out that it's 9-5 offsuit, and actually your kings were good, and the 9 on the turn is what did you in.
That's your regular scheduled game.
Oh, that's sad. It's got to be hard to watch. Saw the hands go up in dismay. Not sure if she'll be back or not, but only got about 10 minutes left on the stream here, so very sad, very sad to see the Kings go in the muck.
I'd probably do as well.
But Lindsay picks up another nice pot. Goodness gracious, her stack is ballooning. It says 750 there. The graphics haven't caught up yet. I think that means she's up over 800, probably in the 850 range. So I'm going to go ahead and say that's the biggest stack that we've seen on a ladies live stream here. They do run 1-1 weekly on Thursday evenings, and I'm pretty sure that it's always $200 cap. And about the biggest stack that I've seen, I think, is around 700. So I think Lindsay has eclipsed that. She's up around 850, 900. Not sure. We'll see if our graphics catch up or not, but very nice stack for her. And she only played for, I would guess, an hour and a half. So she's got to be loving that result. Remember, the cap is $200 buy-in, so that means she's up $600, $700 here in a couple of hours. Congratulations to her. Not sure, guys, if maybe, okay, there we get some movement. Not sure if maybe our graphics are stalled. And that's going to be it for us. I'm just going to go ahead and drone on and launch into a couple of things that we got going around the room here. So the first thing is on Monday. We are hosting a President's Day tournament. I've already shouted it out a couple of times. I've been just saying Lindsay with the 9-5. I know, nar. President's Day tournament, $80 buy-in, $5,000 guarantee, guys. This is going to be a big event. We need you to come out and make it special. Please join us Monday night, 6 p.m. Don't miss it. Then the very next day on Tuesday, we're going to be celebrating Lunar New Year here. It's the 17th, where we're going to be doing some giveaways and some fun celebration for Lunar New Year. So don't miss that either. A couple of exciting things coming this week. We do have our normal weekly tournaments going. Now, on Monday, we're doing that President's Day specialty event. Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got our 2X Tuesday and then the Coles game on Wednesday, where we host a $2,000 guaranteed free roll on Tuesday nights. That's normally a $1,000, but we are doubling the prize pool. That's why it's 2X Tuesday. Come be a part of that. The room gets very full on Tuesdays. And then last night on Friday, we hosted a 2K for Adam's Day, or excuse me, for Adam's birthday. And that was an absolute blowout. We had, I think, about 60 players all entered and playing at the same time. So about 6-7 tables. That was sweet. And it creates a lot of buzz, energy in the room, and it's like that every single Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. So you do not want to miss that. And that is our 3 specialty tournaments for the week. Usually Monday's a bounty hunter, but this week it's the President's Day. On Tuesday it's 2X Tuesday, and then on Wednesday it's Nicole's game. That's another $80 buy-in, and that one is a $2,000 guarantee. And it only goes weekly, so check out all 3 of those tournaments coming up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And don't miss our promotions either. We have Aces Cracked Rack Attack. that is 24/7. Get your aces cracked, and then have a chance to try and stack chips into a rack. There's a whole bunch of chips spread out all over the table. You can actually go on our socials at PH Social Dallas and see a couple of videos of the rack attack going, and you can see how that works, where you're going to be trying to stack up the chips and see how many barrels you can get. And by barrel, I mean a stack of 20 chips. And every barrel that you get is worth $10 of bonus money to help you get a rebate off of your aces getting cracked. And actually, here's a little secret trick. If you're running it twice and you get them cracked on the first run out and then win the second run out, you still chop the pot, but you qualify for the aces cracked. And you get to go over there and see how much money you can win as a total free roll. Hard to beat that. That actually happened to me day before yesterday. So 2 days in a row, actually, I got my aces cracked. The first day, I slow played the hand and ended up only losing $10 in the pot, and then managed to get $100 back off of the rack attack promotion. And then the very next day, same thing, except this time I ran it twice, lost the first run out, won the second, made a little clip about that and posted it on Facebook and Instagram, so you can check that out if you want. And then ended up doing the rack attack again and getting another $100. So for me, I'm like $200 profitable, or $190 profitable off of rack attack. So not only a rebate, but a nice little promotion. And then on top of that, you normally get 40 seconds to see how many chips you can rack. But if you buy our if you buy our platinum package, then you actually get a minute, which is pretty significant, probably good for like an extra $20, $30 for the average person for paying for that $50 platinum pass. And then you get to do a minute for the rack attack. You get a free entry into an $80 tournament for buying a $50 pass. So all of the other perks are just kind of bonuses when you consider that, just imagine if you walked up and you're playing an $80 tournament and you're going to play anyway, you like playing tournaments, and then they tell you, hey, I'll let you in for only $50. How big of a discount that is. So that's essentially what's happening. For $50, you get into an $80 tournament, and then on top of that, you get these other perks like getting an extra 20 seconds in the rack attack, as well as getting a $2 discount off of every hour of cash game time that you buy for the entire month. So it's normally 12, you get it for 10. So if you were to play 25 hours, you've already paid for the pass. If you play the tournament, you've already paid for the pass. And if you get your aces cracked just twice during the month, it varies from player to player a little bit, but on average, I'd say if you get your aces cracked twice during the entire month, you've paid for the pass. So there's multiple ways to get your money back, plus. It's a great deal. I did it immediately as soon as I heard about it. I've gotten my aces cracked twice, as I mentioned, easily paid for the pass, and then now I'm going to get to play that tournament for free. So that's a great deal. You guys should get in on that for sure. So that's some stuff that's going on around the room here. On top of that aces cracked, we do have our flush rush that goes Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., 12 hours a day. You have a chance to see how many flushes you can get in different suits. If you collect 3 different suits of flushes and win the hand, a little caveat there, you have to win the pot. And if you do that and you collect 3 different flushes, like hearts, spades, and clubs, then we will put your name up on the board, and as soon as you cross that threshold of 3, you get to choose, do you want to take home $100 cash, 10 free hours of playtime, and a hoodie, or would you rather press your luck, forego those prizes, and then try for that 4th flush, that elusive 4th flush, and if you happen to hit it, you will take home the grand prize, which goes up $100 per day that the promotion is running. And right now, that thing is at $2,300. Last month, it got hit for $3,400. So it is real money. It is possible to hit it. It's been hit a couple of times before, and it's going to keep going up until somebody does hit it. And when they do, it's a big payday. So you want to get in on that as well. Get here early. Help us get the games going. We usually have cash games firing up around 1 o'clock, but we're happy to get them going even earlier than that. So get in here, get those cash games going, and then you've got all day to try and stack up those flushes and see if you can trigger the jackpot and take home the big prize. Speaking of jackpots, we have some skill-based machines here now. They look a lot like machines that you might see at a casino. However, they've got some little mini games included with them that create a skill dynamic to the game. However, there's still a lot of luck involved. So get up here and have some fun playing on those machines. We also got a quarter machine in recently where, man, I used to love these things when I was a kid. You put the quarter in the top, it falls onto the tray, and then it pushes the quarters off onto the bottom tray, and then pushes them into the little prize tray. And it's real quarters. Sometimes I see these like in arcades and stuff where you got to put in real money, but then you play with tokens. And here we have actual quarters, which to me makes it a lot more fun. You put a quarter in the machine, you try and knock the quarters off, and you get to collect the quarters and then keep putting them back into the machine. So I love playing that game. It's a lot of fun. I've actually been trying to get people to challenge me up here and say, all right, we each start with $2 in quarters, and let's just go back and forth putting a quarter in. Last one to have quarters remaining, or whoever cashes out for the most quarters after a certain amount of time, wins the match, and do some little prop bets on that. So, yep, come check out those machines. We actually had someone hit on the machine for $12,500 just last week, and then the previous week someone hit for $5,000. So it is definitely possible to hit big on those things, and they are here waiting for you 24/7 at PH Social. So guys, with that, we are going to wrap it up. It has been Valentine's Day. We had a blast here. I know the ladies did as well. They're actually still out there enjoying their brunch bites and mimosas and playing some cards. But stream is done. Appreciate all of you who joined us tonight. And we will be back with more live stream action on Monday. It's David's No Cap 5-5. They got a great lineup coming in. I've already seen a preview of who's playing. It's going to be great action. We're going to have Josh and Baylor Dave in the booth. It's a father-son dynamic duo. A lot of fun to listen to those guys. And that's going to be firing off about 8 o'clock on Monday night. David's No Cap Monday. And we will see you there. To all of you, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
No, I did not get regular cheese.